Hi everyone, today is November the 11th, it's the 18th of Cheshvan, and today is Friday, and we are right before reading the weekly portion, the fourth portion in Genesis, in which we are continuing to read about God's tests of faith that Abraham is getting from him. The 10 tests of faith that Abraham had started in chapter 12, when Abraham was told, "Go to the land that I will show you." This is where Abraham was told to go. And to us right now, it may seem all very pastoral and nice, and the sun is shining, and it's all quite beautiful. But back then, the land was full of hostility, and this was a land that Abraham did not know. So he was walking in the dark towards a place, and nobody knew exactly what was going to be the end of it, because he didn't read the end of the portion like we do. In our portion, we see in one of the tests, we see God speaking to Abraham and saying to him that he's going to destroy Sodom. Sodom and Gomorrah were two cities in the land of Canaan back then, and those two cities was full of wickedness. The people there were evil, and they were violent and aggressive, and they attacked one another. They had no compassion towards one another. There were no judges in Sodom and Gomorrah, and God decided to destroy the place. We see Abraham immediately beginning to pray for Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham steps into the place of intercession, and he decides that he's going to intercede for this place, and he's saying to God, and he's arguing with him, what if we find 50 people 50 people who are righteous, will you destroy it then? And God says, I won't destroy it for the 50 people. What if we find 45 people? What if we find 40 or 30 or 20? What if we find 10 people who are righteous? Will you destroy Sodom and Gomorrah then? And God says, I won't destroy for 10 people. We see Abraham stepping into a place of intercession like no one has done before. When Noah, for instance, earlier on in Genesis, when Noah is told about the destruction of the world, the coming destruction of the world, the flood, the big flood, Noah doesn't intercede. He doesn't step into that place. And maybe this is the reason why when we are told about Noah, it says that Noah was a perfect man. He was just in his generations. It seems like there was kind of a little bit of diminishing how righteous Noah really was. It was only in his generation, but if he lived in another generation, like the one of Abraham, maybe he would not have been so righteous. Maybe he would not have been chosen to be the one to continue and carry the banner of God in the world. Noah walked God, but Abraham walked before God. Abraham wanted God's light to shine everywhere he went. And this element of Abraham being the first intercessor in history, this teaches us a lot also about his descendants. It teaches us a lot about the need to intercede for the world, to pray for the world to be a better place, for nations, for peoples, without taking into consideration whether they're part of us or not, Jew or Gentile. It doesn't matter. We must pray and intercede for one another so that the light of our Heavenly Father will shine in the world. So let's take this little message from this portion, the message of intercession, the need to stand alongside one another, Jew and Gentile, and may we see Mashiach coming to us very, very soon. Shabbat Shalom.